Hey guys, I'm back again and it is day 2 and I am here to do a tag. It is called How Do We Rate Our Books tag. Now I saw this on Jennie's channel and I think it was on Britta's channel. So I thought, why not have, a tag, this first week of Vlogmas. I don't often do tags, but when I do them, I think it's kind of fun. So let's get started with this one. Okay, I don't DNF often, and that's mostly because I try to choose books that I know I'm going to love, or at least I suspect that I will love. And because I take the time to do that, I am I am more often happy with what I'm reading than having the desire to DNF anything. So I must admit I have DNF nothing. I mean, maybe one thing I DNF'd in the past 2 or 3 years. So I feel like I'm doing pretty good. But to DNF, I have to have a real disconnect with it to a certain extent where I just don't feel like I want to put the effort towards finishing the book. Because for me, I feel that it isn't worth it. I don't like wasting my time on books that I don't really, that I'm not really enjoying. So I try my damnness, like I said, to pick the good book. I would rate one star if I ever had one that I read was 1 star, but that's never happened to me. I don't think I've ever rated anything 1 star. Mm-mm. 2 stars, yes, but not 1 star. 1 star for me is this is just the worst. Like there is nothing working for that book, in my opinion, if I'm rating it 1 star. Nothing is working for that book. So no, I can't say that I have this experience. Okay, so in a nutshell, a 2 star book for me is a book that is below average. Below average. So that means there are a lot of elements that I feel are important towards making a good book. So, for example, storyline, writing, character development, themes, just all of those things are not happening in this 2 star book. Or the author missed the mark, like missed out on a theme, or missed out on something that they could have done with their character, or something to that effect. So for me, that's what a 2 star is. It's missing much too much to be considered even an average good book. Yes, a 3 star book is good for me, although from I think a lot of book lovers that I follow, I feel like a lot of people say that 3 stars is okay, which tells me that's okay. But for me, I would never refer to a 3 star book as being okay. I would refer to it as being good. It's good. It's just not great. That's all. It's not great. It's good. So if I say the book is 3 stars, it is a book that could be recommended, but I don't often recommend 3 star books that I have given 3 stars. I don't often recommend them. I recommend more so the books that I give 4 and 5 stars, because for me, I'm sure that those books have that good value that a reader would be looking for. So yeah, even though I do think the 3 stars are good, I just don't think that, that they're anything exceptional. They don't have anything extra. They don't have that extra something, something. Yeah. Okay, so for me, 4 stars is probably the rating I give the most out of the books that I really like. And that's because the 4-star book for me is really closest to the perfect book as it can be. So that means in all of the different aspects of character development, storyline, writing, themes, that there is just something more going on in all of those different aspects that makes this book deliver for me as a 4-star. It makes me want to tell other people about the book. I am captivated for some reason, either one of those or all of them to a certain extent. So this is what I strive for, is to get a 4-star book or a 5-star book. So it has all of what is needed to make an excellent story, even if it's not perfect. Yes, I do have star ratings all the damn time. Sue me. I feel like Goodreads is full of it, not giving half stars. Certainly because when they make you click that link to go to the book, which goes, to buy the book, which goes to Amazon. Amazon has half ratings. Amazon has 3/4 ratings. Now, even when I'm putting my review over on Goodreads, if it's a 3.5, I will hit the 3 stars, and then I will put underneath actual rating 3.5 stars. And then if I want to say something, I say something. I'm not always saying stuff on Goodreads because I know now that Goodreads can take your words and use them. So I don't make an effort to review over there as much anymore. I'll review on my blog or on my YouTube here. Now, where I do give half-star ratings is over on the Storygraph, because the Storygraph has the possibility of that, and I think it's fantastic. If you don't go over on the Storygraph, you should go check it out because they do have some cool stuff. And allows me to do half ratings, because half ratings are a part of rating, in my opinion. Just saying 3, 4, 2, it's just not enough. If you need a half star, I think you need to be able to get your half star in there. That's just me. No, I don't often rate books 5 stars. And that's just because for me, 5 stars is like perfection. Like everything is culminating perfectly. Everything, all of, the way the characters are written, the way they develop, the way the storyline is going, the themes and how well they are explored in the book. If everything is hitting perfectly, yeah, that's going to be 5 stars. But that doesn't happen that frequently. I'm not really sure how many 5 stars I have this year. I think I have quite a few though this year. But I don't often have, like, you won't ever see me have like 20 whole, 5-star books. I read anywhere between 50 and 70 books a year, but I don't always have so many 5-star ratings. But in order to get them, that really has to be perfection. Everything has to be in order. And there has to be something that is, like, because of the themes that are being explored, that maybe the author does something different with the story than what we're expecting. The ending is plausible but finished, because I don't like so much books that have, these vague endings when we've read such a good book up until the end. So yeah, so when it's a 5 stars, because the ending is tied up more or less perfectly. It doesn't have to be perfect, but there has to be some kind of ending. It can't be just this, oh, we don't know what happens to them. We don't know. Nah, that for me is the author copying out. So I'm going to need an ending that is more or less correct. It doesn't have to mean everybody lives happily ever after. No. But I have to know what's happening with the characters to a certain degree. But if everything else is, perfect and you have that ending right, yeah, that's a 5 star. No, my ratings over the years have not changed. They I always look at books in the same way, and I when I'm reading one, I cannot ignore all of those aspects that I just talked to you about, which are character development, storytelling, writing style, themes, how's the pacing in the book. All of that for me is all and globalized in, what it is to be able to rate a book, because you have to take it all into consideration. So I'm really careful about that kind of thing, and that's just how I've always rated books, it's particularly since I've been doing booktube. So yeah, that's it for me. Okay, so I record my ratings over on Goodreads. So Goodreads, I'll just push the stars, and I might write a sentence if I even write that. The second place is over on the Storygraph, which I like the Storygraph because that allows me to make my ratings, and then I can kind of see a mashup, at the end of the year of how many of these kinds of books I read or whatever. And then the other place where I record my ratings is in my book journal. Now, my book journal is the thing that I covet the most as a place to write things about the books that I read and rate them and all of that. And you will eventually get to see that hopefully this month. Give a flip through of my book journal. Yeah, that is the third, but the most important place is in my book journal. I don't count on Goodreads and the Storygraph as being like the key places of where I keep track of my reading for the year. I have to keep track on paper because it is in front of me. It has all of my thoughts in there and things like that. And that's what's the most important to me. So that's it for this video, for this tag. I hope you enjoyed it. If you are a booktuber and you are interested in doing this tag, feel free. I'll leave the questions below. If anybody else, if you guys want to talk to me about how you rate your books, let's talk about it below. So I will see you tomorrow. Bye.